Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm back with a degree of realism. Let's see what I'm talking about today. So welcome. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell button, like, comment, all kinds of good stuff. Follow me on socials. Nice to have you. Hello. Now, bit of realism. I'm back. I do apologise for me crushing people's dreams again. I know I get called a dream crusher at times, but bit of realism. We're going to talk about the news that's coming out over the last few days in terms of PayPal. We're going to talk about low reserves on exchanges because people are over leveraging, and also we're going to go a little bit deeper in terms of news-based kind of developments in terms of what to look for. So if you like that kind of stuff and you want to learn more, obviously, yeah, you know what to do. So first things first, obviously the market. We rejected pretty heavily this morning. Ethereum was going for 250 this morning, and it just went, fuck off. Off you go, son. It flew down. Not good. So, first bit of news I want to kind of touch on is low exchange reserves. Suggests that traders in the futures markets are over leveraging. Not good. Now, I knew this for a while. I've been saying this for about a month or 6 weeks at least on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. There's some really good analysts that look at volume profile and open interest on the futures exchanges and spot. Spot trading is where you buy the underlying asset. They're really, really low in terms of volume going through spot, but high open interest on the leverage platforms. It would suggest that people are going and bypassing the product itself, buying Bitcoin, buying Ethereum, etc., and just going, haha, BitMEX, woohoo, 100x, let's make money. Yeah, so that would indicate there's going to be potential volatility in the market when we have a bit of a wobble. Now, there's other things I want to talk about today as well. Mining, outputs, and all kinds of stuff as well, which is kind of very important to understand. But 15% of Bitcoin is held on exchanges, which is kind of low. It's good for security, obviously, and holding. But in terms of the open interest across the spectrum, over 1 billion for the first time during May, before ramping up a further 50% to 1.5 billion earlier this month. So a lot of people are really, really trading the futures markets right now, which is kind of good in some ways, but also kind of like could be a destruction kind of hand grenade. It's like running through them in firework factory with a flamethrower. It's going to probably go off at some point. You never know what's going to happen, but there's issues with that. So issue number one, new people could get wrecked. Over leveraging will create higher volatility due to liquidations and stop loss triggers. That would indicate fish wicking, all kinds of stuff like that. And the last one, they're not buying the underlying assets, so it doesn't really matter in terms of the market. People are always going, oh, but Grayscale are buying all this bollocks. Yeah, but they're buying it over the counter. It doesn't really affect the price until they actually have to buy from the exchange itself, public exchange. Then, well, we may see more radical price moves. But moving on to the next point of call. Literally just posted 41 minutes ago. If you're watching this video, it'll be a bit later than that, obviously. But there's been a big shift in Bitcoin from the miners. 7,000 BTC has been fucking decimated onto the market again. Now, all-time high levels of difficulty adjustment is key. All-time high levels of mining outflow is also key. To understand this basic information, right, for you guys, new people, if you are new to the space, price follows difficulty adjustment and hash rate. The bigger the price, the more secure the network is because more miners are chugging along to get it working so it stays online, right? Simple as that. That also, every 2 weeks, difficulty adjustment. That is really fucking high. Really high. That is stupidly high. That means it's very, very expensive to mine Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is currently underwater in terms of mining output of revenue overall. When you consider the costs, when you consider all the kind of staffing issues, they're pretty much underwater a little bit. The price, if it comes down, it will drop that difficulty adjustment briefly for a 2 week period and allowing them maybe to make 10, 20, 30% extra in terms of output over time. So allow that to kind of be the forefront of your mind when you're thinking, well, if they pump the price, they make money. Well, technically yes, but short-term pain is going to be absolutely masked away very, very quickly. That short-term pain of I'm losing money right now can be long-term real pain when the difficulty adjustment's even higher and the price has to maintain at those levels. If it doesn't maintain at those levels, they're going to be underwater even more because every 2 weeks that difficulty adjustment changes. So this would indicate why miners are either turning off or selling a lot of their money in terms of revenue, just to kind of keep them afloat. If it costing quite a lot of money to mine a Bitcoin, well, you've got to think long term. You can't just keep trying to chug the price up to allow it to kind of be profitable when the system suggests otherwise. That's a problem. So, PayPal, the big news. Hey, this came out. Rumors of Bitcoin integration going into PayPal. Now, the key word there is rumor. Rumor. Got it? Not been confirmed yet. So everyone's going, oh my god, PayPal, Venmo, all these kind of stuff are coming into Bitcoin. Well, there's a bit of history with PayPal. I'm going to explain a bit of that as well in a second. But I would be very, very careful in believing said news like this before it is verified. That word, verified, from the source, PayPal itself. If PayPal come out with a full-on freaking newsletter piece on their social media saying, right, we are going to be integrating cryptocurrency services within our service, okay, cool, happy days. Until that happens, just be skeptical. Why? It's not been confirmed for one. There's no full-on information yet, and it is just rumor. Rumors are used in financial markets to generate reaction, price, whether it's going up or down, right? Simple as that. Now, there's been an announcement like this before in 2014 where PayPal were looking into Bitcoin and all kinds of stuff. Didn't happen. I'm going to explain that in a second as well, due to the founder or co-founder from the original days said some horrible stuff about Bitcoin, as you would. But again, another one here, you can see here, 350 million users, 325 million users. Obviously, it's quite a lot of people. But you got to look at it. That liquidity in terms of the market going through. But you got to also look, Coinbase had PayPal for like 2018 roughly. Oh, it was a nightmare. It banned people, they didn't like it, and I don't know why. It just went really, really wrong completely, and they just took it off. So you can see here, worth noting that long-standing relationship with Coinbase going back to early 2016. In 2018, Coinbase users basically made fiat withdrawals into PayPal. It worked really well, but it just literally vanished because of obviously all kinds of other stuff happening. But unbelievable in terms of how they can flip a dice so quickly. But this is what I want to talk about as well. Former CEO. If it loads. Come on, internet. Yeah, piece of shit. Come on. Don't break on me now. There we go. So, former PayPal CEO, founding CEO, Bill Harris, was and is a very big skeptic of Bitcoin. Calls it a scam, a colossal pump and dump scheme. I'm tired of saying be careful, it's speculative. Then be careful, it's gambling. Be careful, it's a bubble. Okay, I'll say it again. Bitcoin is a scam. So that's what he wrote. And people who've been in the game a long time will remember this sort of stuff, right? And now they're like, PayPal now want to integrate Bitcoin. It's like the JP Morgan little scandal, calling it, it's a glorified Ponzi scheme or whatever he called it, Jamie Dimon. And now they've got their own coin and they're pumping Bitcoin. It's that old saying, they go against you, then they'll go with you, sort of thing. But finally, this is it here. This is what I want to talk about. This is the news piece essentially that's been wrote. This is one of the main ones that came out. Online payments giant PayPal Holdings is looking to unleash cryptocurrencies onto its client base. So the one thing that I want to tell you on this is they're going to have some sort of built-in wallet functionality so you can store it in there. One source, fucking rumor, remember, said that he expects the company will be working with multiple exchanges to source liquidity. While PayPal declined to comment on the rumors, another source told CoinDesk that PayPal plans to roll out the offering within 3 months or maybe sooner. So, as I say, this is only a rumor. Big, massive rumor going to a financial news agent, essentially CoinDesk, for its original post. Now, I will be very, very clear, and I will say this. This happens in all markets. Foreign exchange, currency news. Use it to do something a little bit naughty. Stock market, they fiddle numbers. We know that. It's obvious. But this is the same sort of thing with cryptocurrency. You see it all the time in smaller projects. They do a partnership with someone. It's a lot of bollocks usually. But they make a big sing and dance out of it to pump the price. Now, could this be manipulation? Yes. Why? when you look at the mining outputs, miners want to dump. People obviously want to maintain the price from the high levels of the futures markets as well. That's also interesting. Could this be just a little bit of dodgy news just to get people going? Speaking of going, my dog's going. But for me, overall, the same thing you need to do every time. Every single time you see a bit of news, bit of information coming out about Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, you've got to verify it from the source. If someone like Tesla have just unleashed an Ethereum payment system for fueling cars, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. But it has to come from Tesla. You have to see the physical product to go, that's pretty damn cool. But you all know it's all fluff and bollocks until it actually physically happens. So, wait and see. I already mentioned it. If you've bought on the end of this pump, or I wouldn't even call it a pump, the market didn't react. But, you know, it will react if it's legit. If it really is a thing, it's going to come out. It's physically on your phone and stuff like that. It will get a lot of new liquidity into the market. It will also increase a lot of interest for new people into the space. Like what you saw with Engine Coin with the Samsung wallet, it got a lot of interest, really, really good. But, personal opinion, just wait, because this could really go against everyone in the market. This could really drop the iron mask on Bitcoin, essentially. It could realistically hurt us. So, there you go. PayPal, what do you think? Welcome or not welcome? Personally, I wouldn't welcome them.